Are you a woman of faith who is struggling to navigate your current season of life? Do you feel like life is just happening to you instead of for you? My name is Jill Pack. I'm a certified life coach and a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I want you to know that no matter your season or circumstance, it is possible to create a more joyful life. And I would love to show you how. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, welcome to the Seasons of Joy podcast. This is episode number 17 entitled Divine Identity. For the month of July in the Seasons of Joy community, we will be using this season to focus on ways to reconnect and care for ourselves. I believe that this needs to begin with understanding our identity. Many of us struggle with embracing who we are. And this struggle is evident when we compare ourselves to others, when we feel like something's wrong with us and that we aren't enough, when we experience feelings of jealousy or that we define ourselves by our flaws and weaknesses. It's evident when we worry about what other people think of us or that we're judgmental or critical of others, when we base our worth and value on what we accomplish or by our relationships, when we are longing for the approval of others, or when we just don't feel like we fit in or that we belong. Can you see evidence of this identity crisis in your life? Some people call this struggle the ego, the natural man, or the false self. This struggle is created by what we believe about our lives and ourselves. Our false self holds us back from living into and reaching our divine potential. We sabotage ourselves by closing our heart off and blocking our ability to create a joyful life. My belief is that the source of this identity crisis comes from Satan, our adversary. I believe that his purpose is to confuse us on who we are and whose we are. If he can confuse us, we lose sight of where we're going and we don't show up in the world as who we want to be, and our influence for good is limited. When we are confused, we operate from feelings of fear, contention, lack, comparison, isolation, hate, or shame. We feel inadequate and we believe that we are not enough. And then we limit our ability to live with purposeful intention. And we block ourselves from creating a positive influence in the world around us. But the good news is that this struggle, this identity crisis, is all part of the human experience. Knowing this can give us the power to let certain thoughts pass right on by instead of letting them take root in our minds. Replaying certain thoughts, or what John Acuff calls soundtracks, over and over in our minds turns them into our beliefs. And did you know your beliefs shape the life you are creating right now? For a long time, I believed that I wasn't good enough and that something was wrong with me because of the number on the scale. I compared myself to others and I believed that life would be better if I could just lose that weight. Now, I'm not suggesting it's wrong or bad to want to lose weight, but I was basing my worth, my value, by the number on the scale. And this thought was something that came my way from an early age. I danced for many years, and appearance was actually a big part of that world. My size and my weight affected whether I was able to participate in certain dance numbers. I began to make very unhealthy choices because I was trying to achieve a result that would prove my worth, because of the thoughts that were playing on repeat in my mind. I had created an eating disorder for myself, and I lived that way for many years because of what I believed about myself and about my worth. My belief about my weight weighed me down and held me back from living a more joyful life. Now I'm older, and I'm hopefully a little wiser in this mid-season of my life. Now, am I the weight I want to be? No, my weight is still something that I struggle with. It's still something that I'm working on, but it is no longer from a place of shame or inadequacy. It is from a place of taking care of the body I've been given the best way that I can. caring, and loving for all that it does for me. It's taken me a long time to get to this place, but I am so glad I'm finally here. Through this journey of discovery, I have learned more about my true divine identity. This divine nature is something we were all born with. We didn't and we don't earn it. Understanding this truth will actually set you free. It will open your heart and your mind. You will know you're living in this divine identity, in your divine identity, when you experience life from a place of love, humility, gratitude, hope, connection, grace, faith, and joy. Your divine identity is who you truly are. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not broken. You are complete and whole. Our heavenly parents couldn't love you more than they do right now. They created each one of us and provided this earthly experience of agency and opposition in order for us to become who we were meant to be. We gain experience through learning what it's like to live in our divine self and what it's like to not live that way. This is the 50-50 of life. This opposition shapes us into who we are to become. This experience is the best classroom for us to change our hearts and to become more like God. What would your life experience be like if you could actually understand that you are a divine being right now as you are? What if you could have peace and confidence in yourself right now? What if you could believe that you are enough right now? What if you could celebrate the successes and talents and abilities of others and yourself? What if you could know that you are here for a reason and that you have gifts and talents that are needed right now? Would you want to discover and develop them? What if what other people think about you doesn't define you? What if you could just be you? And what if you could love and accept you right now without changing? Just love and accept you. And what if you believed that you belong? What if you believed that your life experience is the perfect classroom for you? How could you experience more joy in your life today if you could embrace your true identity? What if? Recently, I've been practicing and participating in another coach certification program by Brooke Snow. She teaches a lot about this idea of understanding the difference between what she calls our false self and our true self. As part of this program and this certification, we've been invited to incorporate more mindfulness and meditation into our life, quieting our minds to create space for our divine self to be discovered, allowing the Spirit to remind us of who we really are. I want to offer you some thoughts that you may want to repeat in your mind as you begin to reconnect with your divine identity. Thoughts like, I am a divine being. I have divine purpose and potential. I am enough. And I am loved. I want you to think about those words, those phrases for a moment. Let them sink in. You are a divine being. You have divine purpose and potential. You are enough and you are loved. Do they feel true to you? Sometimes we may not really believe these things, these thoughts. And those are the times that we especially need to allow ourselves space to move towards those beliefs. Let's say you feel like you're failing in your relationships with your adult children, and you're believing that you aren't the mother you want to be, or that you should have been, or that you're not smart enough in your job, or pretty enough, or capable enough, or good enough. Whatever your false belief is, I invite you to pause. There is so much power in pausing. And if you want to learn more about the pause principle, I invite you to listen to my first episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, where I talk about the power of pausing. But I want you to take this moment right here and access this moment to pause. And I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to breathe in through your nose. And hold that breath for a few seconds. And then breathe out through the nose. And continue this pattern of breathing in and out. And then I want you to ponder and ask yourself, what is that belief? What is one belief that's holding you back from embracing your divine identity? And repeat that belief in your mind. And then I want you to repeat and add the following. Even though I believe, whatever that false belief you came in up with, fill in the blank. And then repeat, this is my journey. This is my classroom. I am learning and growing and becoming. I am a divine being. I have a divine purpose and potential. I am enough and I am loved. There is so much power in pausing. There is power in remembering and understanding who you are. There is power in embracing your divine identity. Are you ready to care for and connect with you? If you are, I invite you to join my new Seasons of Joy community Facebook page. Each month, there will be a focused topic, and that page is a safe place to learn and support other women of faith as we navigate the different seasons of life. I will be holding workshops and teaching tools to help members of this community create more joyful connections in their lives, no matter their season or circumstance. If this interests you, there's a link in the show notes where you can join. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you hear, I would love it if you would share it with your friends and family and leave me a rating and review. If you'd like to learn more about what life coaching is, please schedule a free discovery call with me where we can work together through something that's causing you a problem. Just go to my website, seasons-coaching.com, and you can also find information about my Seasons of Joy one-on-one coaching program and my Seasons of Joy community. Have a joyful week, and I'll see you next time.